What is going on YouTube? It is Mesa Sean once again, and welcome to my fourth and final video regarding some exotics. And in this video we're going to be going over two exotic primary weapons as well as some exotic rocket launchers. And once again, you got to check out the abilities and the attacks on these things. It's pretty intense. Real quick, I'm just going to annotate on your screen right now the other three videos. Please go check them out if you haven't already. And also going to annotate, I can't keep plugging this video enough, but it's the balancing normalization of PvP, because I'm still trying to convince more and more people that PvP multiplayer is truly normalized, and defense and attack and all that sort of stuff doesn't have as much of a impact, no pun intended, when it comes to playing a multiplayer. You just really got to stick to watching the impact. So without further ado, let's jump into this. Alright, the first one we're looking at is the Hawkmoon. It is a primary pistol hand cannon, and it's got a pretty high rate of fire, medium impact, a little more than medium range, very stable, huge magazine, and a pretty decent reload speed. Let's get into the upgrades. The first thing you're going to unlock is Kinetic Damage. Then your next set of 3 unlocks, you could choose one out of the 3. Your linear compensator, which is going to give you more of a predictable recoil, and you get a slight boost to the range and impact. But you are going to get a little more recoil, it'll just be predictable. Next one's going to be the smart drift control, where you get predictable and controllable recoil, but you're going to take a penalty to your range. Last one is going to be aggressive ballistic, so again, you're going to get some more recoil, but it'll be a little bit more predictable, and you're going to get enhanced impact, but you're going to take a hit on the range. Next one, luck in the chamber. This is pretty cool. When I say, you know, Sean, stop, you say that about everything. Luck in the chamber. One random bullet in the magazine causes a considerable amount of bonus damage, like that. Next upgrade is going to be your standard upgrade for increasing the overall weapon's attack. Then your next set of 3, you can choose one out of. First one's going to be explosive rounds, where basically you got a volatile payload of rounds that explode on impact and deal damage to an area. Next one's relic iron rounds, so your impact's going to go up, but you could have fewer rounds that you can carry in reserve. Last one's the field wire rounds, where it's a charged field wire jacket to enhance your impact, so I'm assuming that's going to be one of those types of rounds where you have to charge them up before you let them go. And the last one's called holding aces, which is kind of just a spin on the luck in the chamber upgrade, whereas 2 random bullets in your magazine will deal a considerable amount of bonus damage. Alright, let's look at this hand cannon, the last word, and don't know too much on the stats other than that it's got a really high rate of fire and a really fast reload, but doesn't seem to have much range, and it's not very stable. But it does have a bunch of ability upgrades, so let's jump into that. The first 2, you can pick one out of 2, is Kinetic Damage or Fanfire, where it says Fanfire, weapon can be fired quickly and continuously. It's probably just going to speed up the already really high rate of fire. Then we got 3, you could choose one out of 3. Here we go, butchering it again. Accurized ballistics or accurized ballistics. Shoot me if I don't say it right. More range and impact, but you take an increase in recoil. Next one's going to be the field choke, so you're going to get more range and impact, but you're going to have increased recoil. Third one is the CQB ballistic, so it's greatly going to reduce your recoil, but you're also going to take a penalty on your range. Third one is the hip fire upgrade, so bonus when firing from the hip. And next upgrade is just going to be your standard overall upgrade on your weapon's attack. Next set of 3 upgrades, you can choose one out of the 3. It's going to be, first is the armor piercing rounds. Take down those big targets, but it's also going to slow down the weapon handling. Next one is your high caliber rounds. Also going to make the weapon harder to handle, but they're oversized rounds, so I'm assuming it's also to take down big targets and bosses. And then your third one's going to be explosive rounds, which is pretty cool. Yeah, there I go saying it again. Everything's cool, Sean. When these rounds explode, they deal an actual area of damage, so it could be cool for taking down multiple targets. And then the last one is called the last word, where it says bonus damage and stability, so you get extra precision damage when firing from the hip. So another reward for firing down the hip and not aiming down sight. Alright, so first of the exotic rocket launchers, this is the Galahorn, 396 attack, and you can see it's got a huge blast radius, very fast, very high velocity, very stable, quick reload, very low rate of fire to be expected, but it's got a boatload of upgrades, so let's look at those. First one's going to be solar damage, then the next out of 3 you could choose from. One is going to be countermass, where you're going to get less recoil, but you're going to take a penalty to impact. Next one's going to be warhead veneers, I hope I'm saying that right, I'll type it out. More range and impact, increased recoil, and the third one you could choose from is a linear compensator. Once again, more predictable recoil, slight boost to range and impact, but remember, you are going to take some more recoil on it. But if you're firing it slow, it's probably not going to make a difference. Next one is going to be tracking, where shells fired from this weapon actually track their targets. So it's kind of like heat-seeking, I would assume. That could be very, very useful. There we go again, saying it's useful. Next upgrade is just the overall increase in weapons attack. Next, you're going to have three upgrades to choose from. First one's a heavy warhead, which considerably improves the impact, but fewer can be carried in reserve. Next one's going to be the light warhead. So it's a compact, lightweight warhead. You can carry more in reserve. And your last one's going to be field wire fragments. Charged field wire shrapnel enhances impact. So assuming these are going to be some charged rounds that you got to charge them up before you release them. And the last one's going to be Wolfpack Rounds. Rounds fired from this weapon split into tracking cluster missiles upon detonation. So you could see that hitting the ground and then just taking out a horde of enemies. Really cool. Okay, next up, we're looking at the Truth exotic rocket launcher. And once again, pretty similar stats to the other one. Huge blast radius. A little bit more of a rate of fire. Very, very stable. Big magazine. Really fast reload. Let's look at the upgrades. First one's going to be is void damage. Then 1 out of 3 you can choose from is going to be soft launch, where it's got less recoil, but you take a hit on range. Next one's going to be hard launch, where you get more range and impact, but you're going to have some increased recoil. Next, and your last one's going to be warhead verniers. Am I saying it right? I'm sorry, guys. English is not one of my finer qualities. More range and impact, increased recoil. Next one's going to be grenades and horseshoes. Rockets from this weapon will detonate early based on proximity to targets. Interesting. Next upgrade, just your standard overall increase in the weapon's attack. Then you got another 3 you could choose from. The heavy warhead considerably improves your impact, but fewer rounds can be carried and reserved. Then your field wire fragments. So once again, so it's charged field wire shrapnel. Rounds that enhance your impact. And your colony warhead, so it's a smart warhead, it has swarm intelligence, so you can carry more in reserve, and it's also going to give you a boost in your impact. Last one is the prototype True Seeker. Rounds fired from this weapon seek their targets aggressively. So I think another type of some sort of heat seeking or target tracking rounds. Really cool stuff. Stop saying that, Sean. So that's it for the rocket launchers and primary exotics, and now it's time for your bonus piece of exotic gear. And bonus is a clever way of saying I forgot to put it in one of the other videos. So here it is: Crest of Alpha Lupi chest armor, 128 defense. Upgrades, let's look at them. Your first you could choose from is attunement and that type 2 coating. Next upgrade is going to be auto rifle ammo, so increases the amount of ammunition you have with your assault rifles. Next one is just your overall upgrade to increase the armor's defense. And next one, special weapon ammo, so you actually can get an upgrade in the amount of ammo you carry for your special weapon. So the last one's Keeper of the Pack, so you revive fallen teammates faster and they revive you faster. Your super also spawns additional orbs for your teammates. Excellent. And that's it for me, guys. I am out of here. Thank you again for watching, and hopefully you are subscribed. If not, please subscribe now. I still got a bunch of Destiny content and live comms, specifically multiplayer, PvP, and some Iron Banner stuff I'm going to be getting uploaded over the course of August while we desperately wait for September 9th. I know I can't wait. I got the limited edition and the Ghost limited edition, and I'm going to keep one and give the other as a giveaway on the channel. So guys, if you like this, please drop me that like. It is greatly appreciated. If you don't already follow me on Twitter at Mesa Sean, and follow my stream, especially when Destiny actually comes out. I'll be streaming an ungodly amount. Twitch.tv/Mesa Sean. Thanks, guys. I am out of here. Peace!